you mean them Louis are high on the shelf. When I got high, I think high on myself. I be cooking them shit, please don't hire no chef. That should be pure motivation. Stop being too damn lazy. Yeah, I'm perfect without a per 30, but certainly I'll pop me a few on occasion. They be like, see, you going crazy. Killing these niggas, Freddy Krueger and Jason. I don't want none of these bitches, I ain't studying these bitches, they too damn basic. They ain't gon' hit, who wanna face it. In the Hellcat hell, who wanna race it?
They see that red thing outside?
I'm up in the house, I'm like I grew up in Vegas.
I see it.
I'm up in the house, I'm like I grew up in Vegas.
We had to bring the mood in right for Kevin. You know that though.
Come on, man, for sure, for sure.
You know how we
It
is,
ain't no
dude.
better. This is a classic. This is on the books, y'all.
All right,
And that's how we do it.
I dig
I
that.
can't lie.
I dig that. Yeah, that's a perfect vibe for Kevin, huh?
Perfect vibe.
Like 80 baby for sure.
Can't lie.
Perfect vibe.
Y'all already know we got that black skillet.
Mm-hmm.
The black one. The big thick one.
Oh, with that.
The cornbread one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shake that one.
Yeah.
They get that cornbread about it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You got the reporter. You already know it's the boogeyman, and I do mean the boogeyman.
You didn't do it right.
The boogeyman.
Yes, he did it right now. That's what I'm talking about.
We got the messenger over here taking jump shots from half court with his eye closed like this.
Curry?
Numbernetch.
Okay, let me find out.
And
yeah.
still, please say the mess, cause I'm the messenger. I ain't
Please
miss.
say it,
Please
man.
say the mess.
And we had to go to Mars.
Mm-hmm. Had to go to Mars.
Yeah, special guest for Kevin because we had to set the mood right.
Okay.
We had to
Alright.
set the mood right. And
Because-
he going ape shit on that new country.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate
can't
it.
lie.
Appreciate it.
You know how you told me how you gonna
I
talk.
had
You
already-
told
I had
me.
already-
I be just I don't spill the beans so they have to
For
hear.
sure. Like, you really gotta listen to the album, bro.
Like you really gotta listen.
I
to
was in my phone and he started playing. I looked up. I was like, this is
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, I fucked them up.
Yeah, I do
I
that
fucked
to
them
the
up.
good music.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Okay.
Y'all already know we got a real Picasso in here today.
A real
For sure.
guru.
Fettuccine, Louisiana. What is
Basquiat.
You know, we got a real artist in here. I want to introduce him, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
No, you
I
don't
got
say
two.
don't say a real artist. You got two real artists.
Right,
Like
I
this
got
dude
two.
right here.
But it just planned it perfect, and the
No,
questions I'm gonna ask fit perfectly.
That's dope. That's
You
dope.
already
I
know.
had to come. I don't really supposed to be here, y'all. Really.
Yeah, I stopped that. My brother
But I
stopped
do.
early. I
But
said,
I
bro,
do.
I got Kevin Key tonight.
Nah,
Can you
nah.
please come through?
I said, oh,
He
yeah,
said,
for sure,
okay,
come.
I
Now,
will.
This was God ordained though, man. This was
Nah,
needed
real
to
talk.
happen right here, for real.
He don't make
Yeah.
mistakes.
You
Nah,
don't.
real
You
talk.
don't. That's what's up.
Yeah. I had to show up, man. Kevin King gonna be here, and it's so crazy that he here because I literally was gonna ring this man number this morning because I got something strong to bring to the art community, and I know through your avenues and your connections and your network and the things you done put together for the city for us artists,
Sure.
I know we can bring
You
it
open
to-
that door.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I'm just honored that you want to be a part of it because, you know, you're in a lane all by yourself.
Right.
Can't lie.
You know what I'm saying? You just are.
Right.
You know, you don't necessarily need anything
Mhm.
that the King's Canvas has to offer, but it's an honor that, like, when they hear the things that you're doing and how effective you are at doing it, because we don't believe in starving artists.
No.
We don't believe. I mean, like the arts is when it comes to the arts, like the amount of money that the arts contribute to our nation's gross domestic
Mhm.
product, and it's passed in agriculture and construction.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm talking about the arts overall. But
And
even
that's
visual,
strong.
Even visual arts
Yeah.
and the stuff that you're doing with tattooing,
Mm.
man,
He
it's,
tough.
yeah, we can implement realistic strategies in order to be able to provide for ourselves and
And-
the people that we love instead of just nickel and diming. all the
Yeah.
time. Understanding our worth and our value, especially in Montgomery, and what you're doing is key. It's a game changer.
And that's
People
what
need
I'm.
to know that.
And that's what I'm. And that's my whole purpose right now. You know,
Yes.
I'm going from a doer to a teacher. I'm really just gonna try to put on my scholar hat and just become a straight up Nick Saban.
I don't think they understand what I say, and I praise your name so hard. This is my CEO, y'all. Fresh
always
game,
say
fresh
it.
game. Everybody know it's still fresh game.
First name,
Oh,
first
Shout
name,
out to True
yeah.
South ENT, Zay, and Papa
Big
Nick.
Nick, yeah, I just
Papa
talked to her
Nick,
earlier.
man.
Yeah, Big Nick.
You know how we coming? Shout out to White Boy. Well, we had a team.
Yeah, man. Man, that art thing is definitely, man. Look, I just left somewhere where it's trapped out at, and the man just said the trap nigga just said to me, Black, hey man,
ain't it.
man, we only know 3 ways to get money.
Right.
But guess what? I know you know another way.
It
That what
really-
he just literally told me before I pulled
That's
up. You
special.
feel what I'm saying? That's strong. You deal what I'm saying? So, and it's through this. It's through drawing. So,
Right.
I know this man, and I'm all about teaching, man, bro.
Talk to him.
To see the motion and the money that in the life that I've been able to live in these past couple years just off drawing alone, man, shit crazy. Man, I feel like I'm signing a deal.
I can't lie.
That's how I'm able to drop albums freely and do what I want to do. You know what I mean?
You got that freedom, man.
Yeah, I got the freedom of life, man, off just what God gave me. So
Let,
that was
let
all.
me ask you this: Who is Kevin King? He laughed.
Ooh, let's get there. Let's get there.
I mean, you know, I'm an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a dude from Mobile, Alabama. I like to think that I'm an activist. I love people,
Right.
and so
My
you know,
thing, hold on.
Okay.
You know you messed up, right?
What?
I'm your little brother. You
I
know you
messed
done
up.
messed up,
I
right?
messed up.
I done messed up.
My
Get off me.
gums, 'cause they
Get off
I
me.
messed up. What I do send a go? Tell me about it, man.
Even the
You said you want to act. You like you an activist. No, you an activist.
Right.
You ain't like you an activist. You
sure.
are an activist.
I am an activist. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't do that no more.
All right.
Okay,
Well, what did I say?
I like that, son.
What did I say?
You said you're like an activist.
Okay. So you
No,
wanna-
you just say
want me to
I'm an
take
Take the
activist.
official title
Okay,
of.
I am an activist.
Thank you.
Right.
And I advocate for my people.
Thank you.
So,
Because I'll be right beside
Probably
you.
about, I would say 7, 8 years ago, there wasn't a space in this town for a lot of artists who look like us, meaning black artists.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you had people like Z and others who was independently doing their thing that had their own lane. But when I went to some of these exhibits, galleries, studios that were all kind of systems that kind of filtered us out, that didn't allow us to be a part of. It's not that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, I had to start the King's Canvas in order to be able to facilitate the unique opportunities that we need as black people.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that that would be a part of changing the art ecosystem in Montgomery. Now, I didn't do it alone. You know, you had Tracer Howell,
Mm-hmm.
you had Michelle Browder, you had Kalonji Gilchrist.
Put them out there.
You know what I'm saying? You had people with organizations who said, hey, we need artists to be a part of it, and we were able to like facilitate opportunities so people can get involved. I remember Michelle bringing this dude.
She brought me to. Yeah, she brought me to the.
Yeah,
She
Michelle
brought me to
dope.
the forefront.
right.
Michelle
And,
dope.
and I'm looking at this work like, man, who is this dude? Like, who's creating work like this? And so I think like we have something special collectively. I don't think
So-
that the King's Canvas is a standalone entity that was a part of changing the art ecosystem by itself. I think it was a collective of individuals and organizations that allowed it to happen. I just so happen to get to do it full time, so it's accelerated. Because I'm
Yeah.
able to put my time into it. I can, I live off of this. Like, as a nonprofit organization, I've raised enough money to be able to live off of it,
For
so
sure.
I don't have to work another job, so
That's
I can
strong.
do it full time.
And that's what we on now. That's what we on.
But in doing that, I always got to shout out to individuals who before us who did it
Mm-hmm.
and who's still doing it that we
Uh-oh.
were able to collaborate with. Where you going?
Why-
Where you going?
He a genius.
Shout them folks out one
Shout
more
him
time.
one more time.
You got Tracer Howell,
Oh, he dope now.
Michelle Browder, Kalonji Gilchrist, and I'd be remiss if I forget my boy across the street, Anthony.
And I tag him in this. He can come across the street if he wants to. If you watching Anthony, you can come on across the street. And come on, we gonna open the door for you to come on in.
Urban Dreams Fine Arts Center. I can't tell you how many people, and I don't know if they call them or not, but I can't tell you how many people who call me and say, hey, do you have programs for children?
Mm-hmm.
And, if you've been to our spot, you know that that's been a physical transformation with the exterior space. And
Mm-hmm.
now we've focused our efforts on the internal space and we're expanding. And we don't necessarily have any programs for, for youth at our facility yet. Like I have someone in the schools, and I'm the board president of an organization called Amp Up Arts. That's led by our executive director Ashley Lucille, who
Shout out Ashley.
Shout out Ashley Lucille putting teaching artists in the schools, not only throughout Montgomery, but throughout the whole
That's
state.
tough.
We literally have teaching artists who are getting paid to go in schools to do work. Now I'm just a board president, but she does all the lead work as the executive director.
She's so dope.
And so when it comes to the youth and them having after school program and the art classes, man, I get everybody Anthony's cell phone number.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's tired of it.
He got the
He
facility.
got an open
across the
door
street.
policy.
He do.
to
Yeah.
do it.
Open door.
Check this out. You know I work a billion jobs, right? Because I'm a whole
Mixed
Jamaican.
with Jamaican.
Get it right.
Hey, man.
Jamaican. Mexican, I love them, but I'm Jamaican. But anyway, I know y'all know Kowalski. He owns Truth Lounge.
Shouts out to
His
Cat.
son,
Cat.
I told his mother, like his son is so dope.
Yeah.
I was watching him draw while I was at work working for Kowalski. And I told his mother, I said, hey, I be with the art community. I got Z and I got Kevin, and Kevin got something going on for the youth. We just waiting to get it built. I want you to, because you remember you told me about that, right?
We're going to the schools, but
We got it's a bit of behind.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
King's
almost done.
Canvas, he's about to try to have something going on. So the boy is so dope with the drawing.
Yeah.
The young man so respectable, like he's a young man. Like shout out to Kowalski for racing and
Shout out
his
to
wife with that young man.
I
That young
just
man
seen him the
dope.
other day.
That young man is dope.
That's
Real
what's up.
talk.
That's what's up.
who is he?
Oh shit.
Man, Z is
Where you been?
Where I've been.
Where you been?
I've been ducked down. Z is a dude that's from Montgomery, Alabama, that literally just thrives off being different.
What high school you went to here, man?
I went to Lee.
Mm.
Okay. That's what's up.
Only reason I went to Lee is because I got recruited to Lee through an art program.
Check this out. What side of town you from though?
I'm from the west side, from right
Hey.
down the street.
Okay.
West.
I had no business going to Lee, west side for sure. It's called E.D. Nixon now. I'm from the real original Gould Street.
Goose
You
Street.
feel me?
feel what I'm
You
saying?
feel me?
Yeah, 144 John
You
Street.
feel
Right
me?
here on
You got the
Yeah,
tag?
Cut
come
one.
on, man. The address
Yeah.
on me, man.
Ooh.
Right down the street.
Okay.
I went to Lee. They recruited me over there because they had like one of the top art programs
That's
in the
cool.
state at the time. Yeah, man. I'm just an artist. I'm just a person who lived his life off doing what he attracted to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
That's just a quick little summary.
Kevin, what do you call a masterpiece?
Ooh, I love how he hit that one on you.
So Black.
Yeah, he got you, Gail. He got you.
Oh,
He
he got
got you. You didn't know. We do this. I let him do his thing. Don't do
That's
mine
what I
later.
call a masterpiece. I think it has to be some intentional thought put into it, research put into it,
Okay.
and execution put into it. Right, and I think that's what a masterpiece is. It's not just something that it's not a commission.
Yep.
I don't, I mean, you can call it that. I mean, we just kind of use that word loosely. Somebody can commission you to do something, you do it. But I think masterpieces come out of something that the Lord has given you in your mind, whether you acknowledge Him or not. Something that comes out of your mind that you can actually study, do the research, and actually
For sure.
be intentional about every single placement that's going to go on that canvas or whatever canvas that you use. I think that's what a masterpiece is.
So you've seen it through muddy water. You've been seeing this.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And so for me, I remember I did a piece, Radio Raheem,
I remember.
from Do the
Yeah,
Right Thing.
I seen that piece.
Now a lot of people love that piece, but and that's Bill Nunn, who's the actor who played Radio Raheem
Right,
in Do the Right Thing. But one of my toughest critics, I would say, is a young lady by the name of Lynthia Edwards, who's from Birmingham, who has done a lot of stuff with us in Montgomery because at the time, Birmingham didn't have an art scene. It does now. And so now we have artists now we have artists like Kirby Toes and Milt Madison and Adele Bell who go to Birmingham to do stuff. But she was coming down here, and a lot of she's the one that if my skills aren't up to par, India Wilson does it too. If my skills isn't up to par, she'll tell me, Kevin, you a better artist than that.
For sure.
Wow.
And I remember,
You need it.
like I'm 45, and I love like hip hop from that era.
And that's why I'm about to. That's when the messengers finna come in. Cause you know I know him.
Okay.
You
What
ready?
Do
You
that
ready?
one more time.
Rip, cause I'm a real DJ. I just gotta get my board.
Okay.
Shouts out to Kill Switch. I love you to
Kill
death.
Switch hard.
360 deal.
Shouts out to DJ Trez. I love you to death. Shouts out to DJ motherfucker.
wish
You
I could.
know this my
Wow.
brother. You ready for it?
Yes, sir.
Banks! Cause that's my
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
You know Banks gonna play?
He
Oh,
gonna
for
tough.
sure.
He tough.
DJ who?
Bang.
Big dog for sure, you know?
That's what's up, man.
Pew, you already know what time of the account. But anyway, back to you.
And so, you know, she was like, you know, I was getting advice on how to execute this piece. Because a lot of my most well-known pieces, I don't feel like I created myself. I'm getting the counsel from the art community. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And so Lindy told me, she said, man, you know, Kevin, don't be all nice and neat, because I went to school for engineering.
True.
Everything is symmetrical with me. Everything deals with math. It deals with the
And not to cut you off, I know this fun fact about you because I'm
Yeah, I'm about to do
and
fun
you
facts.
and you're a Virgo, so I already know how you think. I'm the same way.
That's why I so
That
connected.
got a lot to do
Cause
with
check
it.
this out. That's why I
We're
tagged a
very
certain
neat.
person. Shout out to
Right.
my
Yeah.
big brother, cause he also a Virgo. We
Yeah.
throwing a party at your spot with you and my brother and him.
Okay.
Fuck a Virgo
Let's
party.
do it.
I want a Leo versus Virgo
We need a Virgo
party.
party.
going on.
Let's do it.
We need a Virgo party.
Shout out to all the V's.
My brother is
Virgo
watching.
party.
Shouts out to Big Run. You know
Hey,
Run
Run.
G.
Oh,
you already
Run G,
know.
The real.
God.
But anyways, you know I know you know, right?
Right,
And you
right.
keep talking about the school stuff. So
Uh-huh.
what school did you go to?
TU? Well,
What it is?
you supposed to say you.
And then you
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
hold
that's
on. You know we love Alabama, right?
Mhm.
Where we from?
Alabama.
So who was your fucking roommate that you told me?
Huh?
Your roommate?
Who?
No, he probably wasn't a roommate. He was your homeboy.
Who? DeMarco T? Who you talking
You talking about throw them D's on this bitch?
Oh,
To my river?
Rich Boy.
For real?
So Rich Boy wasn't my roommate, but
But-
Rich Boy, we got to Tuskegee together, and he lived upstairs from me. And
Okay.
So, and so I witnessed Rich Boy, like, cause back then I was like 9 or 8. I had never seen anyone record on CDs before.
True.
And so Rich Boy, and at that time he had a guy who was another producer by the name of TK,
Okay.
who they connected with, and that's when I think shortly after that he did some stuff with Roy Jones. And the last time I actually saw Rich Boy,
Okay.
he was at my mama's house,
Okay.
and
That's cold.
he left school.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hey, I'm about to sign
finna
this
do this.
deal with Roy Jones," but then it ended up turning to something else. But man, yeah, that was the homie, man.
Okay.
Like, Rich,
You know I know.
Rich
You know
Boy.
you
I
you
forgot
told me
knew
this fun
about that.
fact about
I
you though.
forgot you knew about that.
Yeah,
but
you told me about this. You
It's
know,
so
I
crazy.
remember.
Me and my partner finna sign a deal with Roy Jones.
Really?
Real
Serious?
talk.
What,
Yeah,
what
real
was
talk.
it? Is it Head and Gut, Body and Gut?
You
Records or
body
something?
bag, body something
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like
Right.
it had something to do with hit.
Yeah,
hit something.
that was the logo. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I knew his sister. You know, his sister went to Alabama State. I used to, yeah, that's enough.
Be
story.
quiet, man. God, leave, man.
He about to incriminate himself.
Yeah.
ain't it?
Alright,
That
Big
was-
P,
that was-
chill,
that was
Big
a
P.
long time
Yeah,
ago,
that was long
time ago.
long.
Sheesh, bro.
Yeah.
Don't
But-
give him too much.
But what I was
They gotta
about
pay
to
for
say
this shit.
is, Lindsay was like, Kevin, don't be all nice and neat. You
sure.
need to write those fight the power lyrics behind that image as if you are
He
listening
gave
to
that
the
authentic.
music,
He gave it that.
trying to keep up with it. So it kind of gave this idea of a hip hop artist or whatever writing in this book.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, sloppy. Just
That's how you
Just getting it out.
freestyle.
And so, and that's all I listened to the whole time I painted that piece. And so for me, because of the intentional thought that was put into it, even though that it was an image that was well known, that was out there, I did consider it a masterpiece because of the amount of details and attention and
For sure.
intentionality that was put into it. So
Facts.
yeah, we can move on now.
Yeah.
That's the
I like
answer.
that.
That's the answer, Black.
That's how we
I
do
like
it.
that.
This is
I
how
like
we do the
that,
purpose
though.
on it. You see how you got
I
some
love
magic,
that.
some
I
fun
like
facts about
that.
him at the same time with the remix.
Nah, but that
with
makes
me.
sense
that.
though.
Fun
We do
fact.
this.
Right.
Now, I'm asking both of y'all, we know what a masterpiece is. What is art?
G.
Man, it's so crazy you ask that because I teach this in my course. First thing I teach artists is if you're an artist, art is a part of everything you do. These phones, this bottle, this cup, whoever made this
Right.
Swisher pack.
That's all design.
art.
Right.
Art
Yeah.
is
Uncle-
all
everything.
everything you do is art. Them 2 chains you got on, that's a design to somebody.
Right,
It's just a rope to you.
Right.
But to whoever created the rope, shout it.
Mhm.
It was everything to them. You did
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
fact.
So to me, art is injected in every piece of everything, bro.
Yep.
Even the way God designed us. So art is everything, man.
You say even the way God designed us, but what does it say in Genesis 1:1? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So literally, at the beginning of the scripture, it tells you that God is an artist.
Oh my! Kick that shit, King!
It literally says
Kick that shit, King!
I'm just the messenger.
Nah,
Y'all
that's
understand
strong.
why I get my
Nah, that's for
messages
sure.
from?
Yeah,
He's a creator.
Yeah,
And once you,
I mean, the scripture
I broke
begins
it.
with art.
it does, and that's what art is to me. It's everything, and it's definitely tapping into your creator side.
Right.
We here sitting on burnt bologna because you and Cindy was creator.
Right.
Y'all artists.
Big artist.
All right.
He definitely the biggest artist.
Sit down for
Shouts
sure.
out to my man. I got
Sometimes the con artists.
telling my secrets. Hey, shouts out to my Uncle G, man. He in that thing, you know, woo up, you know. If you love Wu-Tang, that's another fun fact.
No, for sure.
That
I
this
love
man.
Wu-Tang.
You know I love
That's
Wu-Tang.
another fun
Because I bomb
fact.
atomically.
Wu-Tang,
Alright,
you part of
philosophy.
I never told y'all part of
Alright.
Wu-Tang. You thought I was joking?
You know,
Like, I'm for real. I'm part of the Wu
South.
for real.
People don't be on the
Right.
with
Nah.
No, I'm a
baby.
down south baby.
You part of Travis Porter.
Yep.
You're part
They're
of
my brothers.
Future.
Yep, you know it's free band for them.
I can't say you don't know these people because
Nah, and he really no, but real
He
talk,
really
you
be
might
knowing
think
these
he be
folks.
lying,
Yeah,
man.
right.
Like man,
I
no,
can't lie.
like man, you just talking.
And then-
And come to find out,
He really
I done
know
been in
these
Atlanta and
motherfuckers.
ran into this nigga in the parking lot, and he's literally standing with my favorite DJ that I never even thought
That's
I'd
my
meet.
fucking mentor, man.
Right.
And he was standing with the man. He was like, "Oh yeah, Cindy say you cool, you
Man,
cool."
Cindy be knowing these
No,
motherfuckers.
Cindy really know these people.
I know he do, but
really
people
know
supposed to
him,
be sleeping on him, man.
Yeah, for
Let them
sure.
keep sleeping.
We ain't gonna
I don't
we
care
ain't-
because
we
the
all
Giants
know.
finna wake up, and when I wake up,
We all know Cindy.
We ain't gonna let
I'm
him
in the
sleep on
clouds.
us.
boy.
I'm in the clouds.
Nah, for sure.
I'm just a messenger. I ain't nobody.
Nah, for sure. I
Some
dig
of
it.
your favorite things to create.
Okay, so for me, it's social justice related work because I like I got a confession, and I think the people who are artists who are around me, they've heard me say this over and over again, so this isn't nothing new for them.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm so busy running an organization, I don't get time to create as much as I like to create. But the stuff that I like to create is social justice themed work that addresses injustices that happen in our society.
For sure.
Because I feel like it kind of gives us a common ground to be able to interpret that artwork to people who wouldn't necessarily listen to you.
Yep.
Uh,
Or take you serious.
Yeah, take you serious, but hear you articulate your worldview, whether it's politically, socially, religiously. But when you create a piece of artwork and you interpret that artwork, you can get those messages out,
Yep.
and they listen to you interpret the artwork as opposed to you beat them upside of the head
With your
views.
message. Mm-hmm.
But you still get your message across because
Loud and clear too.
the art is the common ground because they're looking at the beauty of the aesthetics and how you laid out the composition.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
And
too.
so, that's kind of how I started, just communicating or creating artwork that allow me to communicate to people in such a way that they can hear my worldview.
Right.
And so, that's the type of work that I
I
love
can
to
knock
create.
you off in my picture.
No, for sure. And like you said, be able to articulate
I get it.
the vision of where it came from.
Right.
Right.
What it mean to you?
What's the question again? So I can, cause he
What
get
is art to
He
you?
get deep
no
with
art
it.
to me.
I don't know if that's what you asked.
What I Lord.
You ain't asked that.
Yes, I did. No,
He said, "What do I like create?
Some of the things
What I love to
you like
create. I love to create music.
Yeah.
I love to create art.
Which ways?
Pictures that that pops when you see it.
Right.
Like you could put it in a room full of 1,000 pictures, and it's like, these are dope. What is that? I love to create that. Not saying I just want to be the man,
Right.
but I just like to, when I'm doing something, I automatically think about everybody else who
I
involved.
don't think it's wrong to walk with your chest out.
No,
You know
and
what?
it's not
You
a
know
cocky
what?
thing. No,
Positivity.
and I'm not trying to be cocky. I just, what I said earlier,
You know
Shawty,
what? I'm just gonna show his art.
I
How about that?
literally live my life thriving off being different, even if that's a room filled with people of the same thing that I do.
Right.
Does that make sense? So if I'm in a room full of everybody painting and drawing,
Yeah.
I want to be different in that room of what I still do. So you know what I mean? And then most recently, what I love to create, I just like to create content that's helping the mindset.
And you got a very
I love it.
good imagination. I done seen you just like some of the podcasts.
Yeah,
And what the name was?
uncommon sense.
Okay.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
Can't lie.
and that's my newfound thing to do to create, man. I just dropped a new podcast. Like I'm just in love with teaching and studying and taking what I'm learning and kick the game to folks who might not know.
And by the way, y'all know he what you about to
I
say?
need to know what he's learning though, because people need to hear what you're talking about. Because I think the things that you communicated prior to this
For sure.
podcast
Yeah, what we talking
started,
about, yeah.
I think that'll give people hope, because a lot of
And
times
that's what
as
I'm about.
artists we get discouraged.
Yes,
You
I
know,
see it.
we spinning our wheels.
I just
I'm
told
gonna show
you
we don't want to
before
take risks.
they walked
Right.
in about the same shit.
So
Right.
and so no, and that's what I'm on. That's what I'm about. I'm about creating now, like you said. Man, I know what it feel like to feel like, man, I do this and I ain't getting nothing from it. No one likes my post, shawty.
Right.
I ain't making no money
Right.
from it. I feel like I'm wasting my time.
Right.
I feel like the world is shooting past me just because I like to do this and I don't want to do that. Mama, I don't want to get no job. I want to draw.
Bang.
I was that kid at one point
And
in
that's
time.
what I be around.
I literally gave my mama hundreds of dollars today from my talent. Yeah, mama, from what I do. You know what I'm saying? Remembering when the roles was totally reversed.
What you do?
Yeah.
I do art.
Yeah, but how? In what form? Though?
I'ma
what
show
form do you do art right now?
Man, look, I do art in the
What's your medium? Is what I'm asking.
digital. I do tech. I do technology
Man,
art
I'm
and I do
getting
tattoos. Look, he pulling his shirt off. And I do tattoos. You know what I mean?
his art? I'm gonna show his art.
No, for sure.
This is his art. One of my favorite ones.
He's
Shut up,
he getting naked on here.
This is my favorite, my last one, and I gotta go and get the rest of my back.
Yeah, leave it.
This is his art.
Yeah.
No, we got-
It's authentic.
And that's old.
And this is old. So when he got other pictures I sent to him that I'm ready to get on my back.
Yeah.
I show art.
Hey, Black, you got naked on his
Then, that nigga pulled up his
You
You think he Jodeci? You think he Casey?
Damn fast. I couldn't even stop it.
shirt.
I don't care.
I couldn't even control it. I couldn't press the
He's-
button.
Oh, you said,
Bad,
oh,
y'all. It's
shit.
bad.
Nah, but my top medium is tattoos.
Okay.
Tattooing,
that's what it
it
is.
definitely shot me through the moon. If you don't know, I got a tattoo shop in Eastdale Mall. Shout out.
Next
Say it
thing,
loud,
baby.
Say it louder.
Yeah,
Eastdale
Eastdale
Mall.
Mall.
Like that.
You know what I'm
Tattoo
saying?
shop in
1019
Eastdale
Eastdale
Mall.
Mall, right
Oh,
next to
yeah.
Auntie Anna's across the
Shit.
hall from City Guild.
And
Go holler at 'em.
And God be putting people together so fast and quick.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And it be people you
I
don't
broke
even
my
expect.
phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been hearing about this man. You know what I'm saying? I had been hearing about him. I've been trying to get with him, and it just seemed like it was just so crazy. And I was just going through some stuff in life, and then this was the point where art had put a hook in me and started pulling me out the situation.
Check
Literally,
this out.
art brought me out the situation. And once and he named this person early, and I just must give her a shout out because she helped change my life. Is Michelle Browder. And
Shouts out.
I don't even remember how. I think it was through this old studio I had, whatever. She knew I did whatever. I don't know. It just happened. And through one of her events, I had some art that Kevin was there.
This
And
this how I
it just went
know.
up from there. You know what I mean?
This how I know how spiritual though.
It was the Kobe or the Nipsey. Because I did too.
Nipsey, that's
Yeah,
right.
She
it was
put
the
me
Nipsey.
on
That's when
two
Nipsey died.
big.
That's right.
She put me on Front Street 2 different times. She had me on the news and she had me in the newspaper.
Facts. And
Twice.
he showed me both of all that.
Twice.
This
Not
what it
only
was.
once, twice, bro.
This how crazy how life worked. How you met me. You had no idea this was my big brother, CEO, and I had mentioned him to you, and you was like, "Hold on, what? Give him a call, Senegal." I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
He came by the studio.
Yeah, I came up there.
I saw that video that we recorded. It's still on the King's Canvas.
That's tough.
IG.
That's tough.
Then
That's dope.
also shout out to J-Bo.
Can't lie.
Little bruh.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He asked
been-
about
and see,
J-Bo.
that's who
I said,
told me
say
about you.
less.
So J-Bo, I'm gonna tell you. So when I wasn't doing art, that's back when I was
Mental.
the social director at Common Ground Montgomery at the time. I wasn't even doing art at the time. I stopped doing art for like 16 years. So when we moved into that building on is it Mobile Street?
Mobile
Oh,
Highway.
right there. Yeah.
Mobile Road. That's
Mobile
right
Road.
there. Yeah. J-Bo did our first art class for our after school program. That was probably 2009,
Yeah.
2010.
Mm.
Like he came in, and I remember we were in the room, and I have videos of J-Bo talking to the like what you just said, how artists and everything.
Yep.
That's the same speech he gave back in 2009, 2010 to the students at Common Ground Montgomery,
Yep.
because he did tattoos across the street at Corey
Five Star.
Barbershop. We used to do Bible studies at the barbershop back then. And so, yeah, man.
Shout out
And
to
it's so
Corey.
crazy, and a lot of people don't know this.
Corey
And I'm
is
gonna
a
hip y'all to
truck.
some game. People don't know this, and this is the real truth.
It's a whole truck. of
J-Bo
barbershop.
is my little blood little brother.
Really,
We have
he
the same
is.
daddy.
Yes.
For real?
Yes,
I don't think
and
I
that's
know.
my
I mean,
sister,
that's
my
okay.
blood sister, best
Yeah,
friend
and see,
since we
a
were
lot of
wee-eyed.
people be calling each other brothers, just be talking hood
I
talk.
thought y'all was talking hood talk.
No, they real
Y'all
brothers.
Like, y'all got the same daddy.
Same
like,
daddy.
Like the same daddy that birthed you.
Yeah, like that.
Not that birthed you, but
Like that.
Like,
Yes,
I mean,
I'm the oldest
the
sibling.
same biological father.
Yes,
Really?
Yes,
yes,
Wow.
That's cold.
yes,
Man, I had no idea.
yes.
I thought y'all was just on
He's
some
been
homeboy-
watching me draw since I was there when the boy was
Man,
born.
I thought
Like,
y'all was on some homeboy stuff.
no,
No.
that ain't my homeboy. That's my
Man,
this
that's
is
real
real
brother.
brother. His real brother.
That's my
I know this
real brother.
because J-Bo been in my life all my life. That's my sister's
Yes.
best friend.
We just had different
When I
mamas.
met J-Bo, I mean, he was like 17, 18 when I met him.
Mhm.
How old is he now?
He's like 6, 7 years younger than me. He like 33 now.
Yeah, he like
something
three- he about to be 34.
something like that. Yeah,
Hey,
because I'm no doubt everybody's two sisters
that
between
makes
us.
sense because we actually been in the neighborhood for like 18,
1045 Oak Street.
Yeah.
Mhm.
1045 Oak Street, that's where y'all live?
Yeah, well, they lived there. My sisters and brothers lived there. That's my daddy's side of the family.
Well, I was 1565
Oak Street,
Westcott Street.
You right around the corner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I was
Y'all
there every
already know
weekend.
I ain't put
You
my
can
address
ask
out
him.
there.
I'm big bro pulling up every
So you
weekend.
didn't
Yeah.
live on the West.
No, I lived on. I stay around the corner on Goose Street.
on Goose
Then we
Street.
moved to
That's right,
Red
that's
Creek.
right. Goose Street. Okay, that's what's up.
You know how it is. Your mama side, your daddy side. My
Yeah.
mama and my dad ain't together. You know how they go. But my dad still making cherry. And J-Bo's one of them cherry.
Papa was
You know how it go.
doing
Yeah, come on, man. You know how it go.
I was back in the day, man. Keep the beat.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I go.
Ah.
No, that's my
Art
blood
in
brother.
you. What is
And
art?
look how we fucking up the city with art.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look. So people ask me that all the time, and you know, I talked about Genesis 1. You know, in the beginning, God created
God.
heaven and earth.
You
It sta-
really summed it up.
It started with life.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I believe art is life, and the reason why I say art is life, you know, we have a mental health crisis. We've always had a mental health crisis, even though we didn't call it that back then. When I was in high school, art literally gets people to a point where it allows you to deal with your circumstances because you're able to escape. You're able to
And
tap
express.
in, express yourself because even if you don't know what's going on, you tap into who your creator made you to be.
For sure.
And so we begin to create art in a way that allows us to be able to just to get through the day and to cope with life as we take what's in our mind and express that beauty on whatever canvas that we have before us.
I like that.
And so, you know, I like to say art is life. It's more than that, but I believe it begins with that, man, because like it literally saves people's lives, bro.
Saves.
I mean, you have people.
Can't lie.
I mean, just not just visual.
It saved me and my brothers.
Right, not just
Yeah.
It
visual
saved
art.
our life.
Not just visual art, but you have music, you have
Everything.
performing arts, you have
Music
culinary
saved my
arts.
life.
You know what I'm saying? You have the theater. You know, you have folks acting,
Fashion.
dancing,
Right.
fashion. You don't understand that people aren't just doing that because they love to do it.
It's art.
So for some people,
It's a lifestyle.
it's life or
It's
death.
everything.
It is. It's
No,
like
literally.
it's life or death to them. Like if I don't do this, I
That
die.
is nothing else.
You know what I'm saying? And it may not necessarily be a physical death. It may be a spiritual death. It may be
That's the worst one.
an emotional death. It may be
Mhm.
a social death. It's like,
For
man,
sure.
I have to do this because I have to keep going through the day. And the tables turn because the more and more you do it,
Mm-hmm.
it really puts you in a position to thrive in ways that you can you attest to that? Z?
No, for sure.
Right. It puts
That
you in
is a
position to
fact.
thrive.
I'm living what you're saying.
Right.
I've tried so much stuff. I tried so much shit from the hood that we thought that was supposed to be the hood motion.
Oh man.
When I tapped into that art, man, ain't nothing ever paid me like
Man,
art.
I wish I would have knew this shit a couple rocks. ago.
Nothing pays me like art,
I
man.
ain't lying.
It's like just the past 7 days, I just look back, like I just went and picked up like checks Sunday from art, and it was like, man, this is crazy. To call my wife like,
You gotta put
do
us
you
on
know I
game.
just went in
You gotta put us on game,
from
man.
art?
Like, cause we don't want nobody out here robbing you.
No, for sure.
We just don't want that. I mean, but everybody in the city know if they
But they
know
will
who
get him
you
a bank
are,
card.
Ain't lying.
your name or your bank card.
I'm
yeah,
a lock,
I-
nigga.
I'm a lock.
As soon as
But
you-
just kind of give us an example, man. Like, I mean, if you can, like, I'm
No,
not
for
gonna
sure.
put you on the spot.
Nah,
But
this is
just
what I
give
do.
us an example of how your livelihood has advanced. Man, I'm acting like I'm the interviewer. I'm over here.
Hey, we just.
Nah, the real shit.
You see me in black, just like, hey, do you?
Barcelona is a cookout.
Hey, y'all don't
I
understand.
like that, black.
Hold on, do y'all know what I
I
titled
like
this
that.
shit? Like at the end of it, or what I put in, what
What
people
you put
see?
in?
I said this is the alien round table right now, so we
Okay.
just gonna talk
I'm
our
a
shit.
alien too.
Okay.
No, for
been
sure.
a goddamn alien.
You wouldn't have burnt bologna if you didn't.
Right.
If you wasn't
Well,
one.
we ain't
because I
known.
feel like artists need to know, bro. Because
Nah.
they need to have hope, and a lot of them don't have hope because they spinning their wheels.
No, for sure.
But you have realistic strategies that's
I
allowing
do.
you to literally.
I do have realistic strategy,
Right.
and that's a part of the course that we are talking about
Yeah.
in the game, and that's just my whole advocacy right now. I am here to show and teach artists that feel like they can't make no money on doing this, and I'm
You can
telling
make plenty
you,
of money on it.
you
I seen
can,
them.
you can. So, really, what I had to do, I'm gonna tell you the first thing I did. Now, when I realized that I was an artist in elementary, it hit me, or what I said earlier, like, it hit me like, shit, well, I'm drawing these Bugs Bunnies and these Bart Simpson on paper for people for a quarter and 50 cents to get these honey buns and these sour cream chips. I can really do something with this. And I had to learn in business, okay, a business is serving people. You dig what I'm saying? So when I learned them two and put them together, I like doing what I do, but I also got to serve the people. That's when I came up with strategies like tattoos. That's when I came up with strategies like mirrors. That's when I came up with strategies like doing digital paints for people to put in their homes. I came up with business strategies and got up off myself. So it's like, okay, I do just like painting on canvases, but let me get a little bit smarter, because business, you got to serve the people. It's not all about you.
Right.
So once I learned how to serve the people with what I do, I started making money. I stopped just trying to force exactly what I wanted to give the people and use what I do to serve the people.
Okay, then.
I sacked it up.
I sacked it up.
Okay. Shouts out Anthony.
And I think with one of the biggest problem artists have is, like, I get a lot of artists come to me and they paint on these little Walmart canvases you go get right quick from Walmart, and they be painting on and they be like, I ain't making no money from this. And I always say, if you draw, you can draw anything. Why won't you change your medium to tattoos? You know what I'm saying? And serve the people. If I'm an artist, I feel like, why don't you do digital? I do logos for people. I do logos for people clothing line. Y'all don't know. Y'all be walking around
You know
wearing.
I know.
You know.
You know I
You've
know.
walked around and wore some of these top clothing lines in the city not knowing that was my design.
That's cool.
You rocking to some of these people top graphics on their album, didn't know I did it.
That's cool.
Because I take my art and I apply it to everything for a financial gain.
Shout out to
And-
Nut the Juvie.
All right, don't give all the people away.
Okay.
Just,
okay.
yeah,
I had to
yeah,
put Nut
yeah.
the Juvie out there.
But people don't
You
know
that's
that.
my uncle.
People don't
That's my
know.
boy.
I do so many art-related things to get money, so I stopped just drawing on paper and
Shouts
drawing
out to Scoop.
and stop drawing
No,
on
shout
paper.
out to school for life.
Shout out Scoop.
Dang,
Stop
wow.
drawing on paper and stop just drawing on canvases and took my art to things that I knew was gonna serve people, so I could get a financial gain.
So in the same lane, I would say this: like when you go to New Orleans and Jackson Square, I got a homeboy down there, Reggie Ford, who put me on game to how they got a city ordinance that allowed artists to set up at Jackson Square across from Cafe Du Monde. And Reggie, and so I love artists who understand that the game ain't necessarily to be sold.
Right.
It's too
Now, you know what I'm saying? It's to be told. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't gain financially
No, for
from
sure.
it because it's time for that. And what you're doing, it's definitely time for that, and
sure.
and it's appropriate. But he kind of put me on and told me how I should basically take the information that he's giving me based on what they've done in New Orleans and apply it in the context of Montgomery.
Ooh.
And we got a busking ordinance passed. Now, we started it, and I'm explaining what that is, but then the guy by the name of Bob Magoo with Hilltop Howlers, he ended up pushing it through for us. But basically, when you see artists at Jackson Square selling art, and Montgomery hadn't really caught on yet, but it used to be illegal, literally against the city's ordinance for artists to set their work up downtown and sell their prints and all of that. And the police would run your way. My boy Deron Hale, he would be down there to beat on.
Deron just seen Deron at the
That's
gas
my dog.
station.
Yeah.
He's at
By
the
the
gas
way,
station.
he been
Deron
wanting to get an interview
But-
for like 2 years. Man. That's on me.
But
That's
you know
on
they
me.
used to call the police on Deron.
Yeah.
I know.
But now he has
That's
his
why he want to come
badge.
to the.
Yep.
But now he has his badge that allows him to be down there because we went to the city council and we fought for that
Yeah.
within the last administration before Mayor
That's
Reed.
tough.
We
I
fought
gotta
for
get
that.
the run on.
But
I gotta get on
when Mayor
here.
Reed came in, he invited me into his office. He said, "Hey man, what do you need for me to do for you?" I said, "Look, before this first administration ends, we need for this to be an ordinance,
For sure.
so it can protect us. Because if someone comes behind
That's
you,
art, man.
we don't need for them to undo it. And so, because Montgomery's kind of behind,
Yeah.
we have a couple of artists who have caught on. We have one artist, Lauren Marcel, and I hate to. Well, I'm gonna just call her name out. She's going to Paris with us, and I'll be in Paris in a couple of weeks at the Urban Art Fest.
Okay.
But basically, Lo would go down there. She would sell her jewelry. I ain't gonna tell you how much she was making because that's her business.
That's her business.
But she would make more in a week than folks who
Sure.
would be making on their jobs because of what EJI is doing. Because this is the birthplace of the civil rights movement. Because the tourism is popping here.
You got to tap into the
Yeah,
market.
Yeah, it's like these people are literally coming to Montgomery, and these people are
And
asking,
they want to
And
take
they
some
eat.
"Where's
home.
the art?" And so when artists are downtown selling prints, you may pay $1.50 for a print, but you selling it for $20, $25. Look at those profit margins.
Bitch.
Like I went to an event one time, and artists who was affiliated with the King's Campus, they set up booths. I don't have time to do that anymore because I'm running around, and I really want to set up a booth, but I can't. I had prints. When I say prints,
Oh, I love Prince.
that means somebody looked at my work, they took a picture of it, they gave me the digital image,
Hey, you.
I sent it to my guy, he put like a 1/4-inch white border around it to make it look professional. I
Mm-hmm.
paid $1.50 for it, and I'm selling it for $20-$25.
There you go.
Look at those profit margins.
That's how you flip. That's how you win.
I would make $350 on
Sacking it up.
on accident. Like literally not setting up a booth. I got them in my hand. Hey, what's those? Oh, just look through them. Oh, I like this one. Let me buy this one.
Yep.
How much is it? $25. Let me get 4 of them. And so when I saw that,
$96.
when I saw that right
For
there,
$4.
when I
Hey.
saw that, and it's like, okay, so you mean to tell me that we can just be hanging
Yes.
out? I'm at an event. I got stuff in my hand, and I can just make $350?
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Yes.
and if you a little bit more intentional about it, and you know how our neighborhood is, we make
You out
more.
here.
We can make more money than the dope boys make.
You out here.
really about your
Legally.
business, yeah.
No.
We don't have to watch our
And they
backs.
don't know nothing about these events. Now, a lot of these artists don't know nothing about
They're not tapped
downtown.
in,
They
though.
don't-
Absolutely.
You have to be.
got
That's
to
what
be
I and that's what I'm
tapped in.
teaching. You have to tap in with the motion. You have to tap. The
I
more
don't mean to cut you off. We go downtown all the time
Mm-hmm.
with a camera.
so,
It's gonna be 2 people. Hey, what y'all got?
just because you got a camera,
Just cause you got a camera. That people ain't, and you ain't
They're
gotta
not
be
out
knowing
there.
nobody to
Hold
be
up.
tapped
Oh,
in.
oh.
All you gotta do is go down there.
no, for
Hold
sure.
up, me and my brother gonna bring this back because we thought about it last year. So this year, you know I got brothers. I don't got friends.
Okay.
By the way,
Okay. Then.
David Ghosty and myself, we wanted everybody to get on the scooters and we're gonna ball out. Y'all know I'm a cameraman. Y'all know black cameraman.
I ain't getting on
That's why you gonna hold a camera in your hand
school.
and take us
I'm
pictures
good.
while we go to
I do
our
that.
scooter
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I do that. I
We
be
gonna
on
ball
Ferrari
and have a
somewhere.
good time downtown and show the law. We don't have to have drunk.
Yeah, for
we want to
sure,
have
for
fun too.
No, for sure.
Now, let me ask y'all this. This gonna start some shit.
Oh shit.
Top 3 artists.
I'm not answering that question.
For real.
of
Because
what?
we have
Yes.
so many great artists in China.
For
Artists
real.
You talking about in the city or
Artists
just period
exactly.
or what you talking about?
I'm talking about period.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, period.
Where in the city? That was the next
I
question.
definitely ain't gonna answer.
I ain't
that.
seen them all.
We-
Now
I don't know.
he finna see where I get that from.
That's
When he asked me that,
weird.
No,
rap
because
shit,
I can't
no.
give you a right
How?
answer.
No, bro.
What
It's
kind of
hard.
artists? Like visual artists?
Yeah,
It's
we
different
talking
rap
about?
up.
Not
Stand up.
y'all.
Different
I'm talking about,
categories.
Ink the canvas.
I ain't,
Ink the canvas.
Okay, so
All
okay, I can
digital,
answer that.
whatever. The top, man, I go to them art shows all the time, man, and I see real
Dog
art.
ass shit.
So y'all are a part of the art. What y'all scared of? Must be two sides.
Cause I don't know. He said it, bro.
See, now y'all see who the best one is on this show,
I just
right?
don't.
He
For
best.
me to make a proper observation, I haven't seen them, bro. So
give me some good
the people
artists.
I know is real slim.
Give me some good artists then.
Oh, just good artists.
All right,
Yeah,
that's a
y'all
better.
would not
There
answer
you
the
go.
top
That,
three.
that's better for them. That's
All
better
right.
for them.
It's this. It's. I
Get the
mean,
clapping for them, please.
because
Go
once
get
I
the
call
clapping
one,
for
I
'em.
got to call all.
It's a lot of.
And I don't want to
them,
miss
It's a
nobody. And
lot
I've been
of people.
smoking and
It's a lot of
drinking.
people.
Like
I'm
didn't.
gonna say my top
I just
three.
tell you this: it's some dope ass artists in the city, and that goes from just painting on the wall to tattooing. It's so many of them, bro.
Top
It
three.
really
It really is, bro.
I'm gonna say 3 and 1.
3 and 1. Go ahead.
Kevin Z. No, 4 and 1. Kevin Z. J. Bull. And Anthony Thomas.
So
Hold on.
let me stop you there, bro.
Y'all ready to say something?
I
already?
definitely
so
don't think I'm in the top because I know.
No.
Because I know art. So here's the thing. I think it's all according to who you know
Okay,
and who you.
it's different art.
That's why I want to answer.
It's,
the question.
it's, it's,
I don't know
It's
everything.
different art. You're a distributor of art. You very major in this equation.
See, that's what I was gonna say.
So you
are you
are
just talking about the popular people?
No, I'm talking about
That's the
think-
pop, yeah.
yeah.
you are like
Because
Sam
there's probably somebody at
Club.
home watching this
He-
like a dog.
he
killing
like
everything
Sam.
moving.
right now. Hey, look, he like Sam Club. To art. So what is going on?
No. So here's the thing. You got to make the distinction, though. So I think people say that because I run an organization that put people on.
It's
That-
it's like a distribution company.
But it's still separate from my personal artistry. You understand what I'm
See what I'm
saying?
saying? You see
you
what
a
I'm saying?
makers of what? That's
Look,
what I'm
I
trying-
think of people
that's
like
what
he,
I'm trying to tell you.
obviously he and J-Bo, but I think of people like Maya Coleman. I
Yes.
think of people like
what I
You gotta go deep.
That's
you
what I
gotta go
want.
deep.
This is
You-
what I
you
want to
got-
hear.
You got
I
Tori.
got some partners.
You
man.
got Tori Nicole Jackson. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
you got, hold on,
That's
hold
a
on.
dog.
Who you
You got
introduced
real-
me? I got some partners.
You got
man.
Milton.
Milton
I like
Madison.
Lydell Bell.
You got
Lydell
some
Bell.
dogs, bro.
Yeah.
I definitely say Lydell.
I'ma tell you
I
now,
say
like,
Kirby.
Kirby
Kirby
Toes.
is Kirby. I
Kirby's
love
tough,
Kirby.
bro.
Kirby
Bro,
go
it's some
off.
tough people around here.
Kirby go
Yeah.
off.
I'm saying,
Like-
I think just what me and my brother was able to do, we're able, like me, in my course, I'm able to teach you how to get popular. I don't think everybody got that.
Yeah.
I have the marketing strategies for you. See, most artists are like introverted, dude. They just stay in their little motion, whatever. I think I'm kind of good at knowing how to get out there because I apply it to other shit. You feel what I'm saying? But just because I'm popular, don't make me the doggiest artist.
It don't.
Mm-mm.
And I think
I'm gonna
that-
tell you that now.
And that's my thing because I am popular because I run an organization. So
Yep.
people look at me as the end
It's
all
the
be all,
top dog.
and I'm not. And I'm really
That's what I
not.
say about myself. Like, no, it's
Well,
some
my
dogs
opinion
here.
don't mean that.
Oh, that's how
No,
you
no,
do
no,
it.
your opinion.
No. It means, well, so here's the thing. Your opinion means something because
No, for sure.
look, it means something because that's who you know. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? But when you ask
no.
us,
And we done put some dope ass workout.
Yeah,
I just
y'all-
got a call from Alabama, the state of Alabama, about a mural I did today.
I don't be hearing none of
You know what I
that.
mean? So I know how to put dope workout, but I ain't the dopest.
He's saying that's his opinion on who he got.
yeah, and
I understand what he
And
I
the
know
lady-
art. My granddaddy went to Seattle
For
for
art,
art.
yeah.
The best school possible. So
Yeah.
he, man, look, I can tell you a story that scared the shit out of me. I'm going through his art, looking through his art, shouldn't be in here and see my goddamn naked grandma. On
You talking about that? I done sat at Mo's Tea House on the
Right.
west side, bro.
Right.
I done sat at his house as a little boy, looking
You
at
say
some of the
your-
most
hold on.
perverted art. And as a little boy, I'm like, damn.
Bro, you can't. But you can't just skip past what he just said.
What is
This
it?
dude said he saw his grandmama
I
naked.
fucked around and found my
Come on,
grandma
man.
naked, man.
How you see your grandmama naked now? Was it old grandmama or was it
It
young
was a
grandmama?
throwback
It
grandma.
was, I don't know.
A recognizable grandma.
Yeah,
What you doing with your grandma?
It was recognizable grandma, shot. That's all that matters.
So back you telling me you was on Nether Professor, you seen all that shit.
Bro, I was at one of the legend.
No, I'm talking about the Nether Professor.
I was at one of the most legendary artists that ever come out of Montgomery, Alabama, ever house when he was alive. And all that man did was perverted art. And he's one of the top folk artists that ever come out the city.
It sells. Shit.
It definitely did.
I
It
can't-
still do.
What do the King Canvas mean to you?
So the King's Canvas, the King's Canvas was an activism move, like I spoke about recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the type of cat who like to wiggle my way into anybody's spaces who just don't readily accept us.
Right.
I'm sorry, and I'm gonna just be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this on here. When it comes to integration,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to prove a point to say, hey, I need to get in your space to prove that we
Yeah.
belong, and I'm gonna give you my money to make you rich. So I'm saying, if it's like that, we need to facilitate the unique opportunities that we need as a people in order for us to thrive.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not necessarily trying to take my dollars to where they aren't wanted. And so for me, it's about creating opportunity and access for underdeveloped and underexposed artists. But we do that by using what we call creative placemaking practices. And creative placemaking is using the arts to address issues of community and economic development. And in my context, specifically in historically disenfranchised communities.
Yeah, areas.
And so that neighborhood that we in, that's the 7 Montgomery March Trail.
Yep.
So
Right
you
on
be
it.
playing.
So
Right
guess
on
what?
it.
So guess what?
I read
What-
the
what-
signs.
When you leave,
I walk with
when
y'all.
you bust that right or left, whatever direction you're coming from on Oak Street, and you see Alexander, Erskine, and Stevens Street, those streets are dead end. You know why? Because the interstate cuts them off. On the other side, behind McDonald's, they continue.
Erskine Street, man.
They continue. You
That's
know why?
crazy.
Because the interstate chopped our community up. That was
Yeah.
one big.
And they do it all
It
across
was intentional.
America.
All across America. It was.
That's what
It was.
Go
was
through
going
black
on for-
neighborhoods.
It was
Ever.
intentional.
That's crazy.
And when they first did it, guess what? You didn't have no off ramps. There wasn't no Fairview exit. There wasn't no off ramps at first.
Yep.
And guess what happened to our community? It economically died. And when a community economically dies, now,
Here we come with everything.
right,
The
now
result
that
of it.
community declines.
Damn, I
ec-
wish I had
economically.
That been cold.
It declines economically, and our community can't make no money. So what I do is I say, okay, we're gonna take up residence in vacant and abandoned properties, and we're gonna strategically place art in these areas to not only instill a sense of community pride, but to draw people to this neighborhood. Like because we simply have a mirror that said "Welcome to West Side Montgomery." Montgomery's prominent.
Cause more money come on,
We've
more you
had-
grow the
From a simple
neighborhood.
mirror.
We've had people from all over the world Google because when you go to larger areas, metropolitan areas,
Oh, they want to take pictures from.
if you love art, you want to take a picture in front of that mirror that has the title of that city. We have the only one, the only colorful mirror that has
Welcome to West Side, man.
right. Welcome to West, because we want you to know that you're on the West Side. This is Montgomery,
Yeah, for sure.
but we specifically put Welcome to West Side Montgomery. Me, Winfred Hawkins, and Nathaniel Allen.
very
And
smart.
so we have so many people coming over. So now when we do that, now we have a spot where all of those commercial properties can be activated, and now they can make money because we not only had a community residence, but we had an outside tourism. And so now every nonprofit organization, business owners, and resident that's on Oak Street, you better believe all of us in the group text. And you know what I'm doing? I'm talking to a lot of them. I'm saying, okay, you have a Cricut machine. You know how to make T-shirts. You make coffee mugs. You make whatever. We're creating a mural trail. There's some stuff coming that y'all haven't seen yet.
I knew
Like
about it
by
already.
the 60th anniversary,
Right.
you're gonna see a change in Oak Street, a significant change.
love it.
And
I
you're
was
gonna,
gonna say I need to.
you're gonna be a part of
I
it.
need to be
Look,
tapped
look,
in,
you
Sean.
don't-
I'm ready to pull out my
look,
cans.
look.
What you say? You want me to do what?
No. But see, here's the thing. We've already got one grant, and we haven't even put it out there yet. But we already got funding to do some of it. Now I'm waiting on the second round of funding to come
Okay.
in and do the rest of it.
Let's do it.
But we're gonna create a situation like between me and Sienna, we was like, yo, we need to make Oak Street the place that everybody in Montgomery want to be at. We need to make Oak Street the place where when people come out of from out of town,
Miami.
Yeah,
It's like
And so-
Collins or
yeah,
Ocean Drive to
so-
Miami or
It's on
Armin
the-
Street or
Absolutely. So
to Atlanta. Type.
we have
I
a long
love
term.
it.
We have a long term
Damn.
vision to bring people back to the West. But I'm
Mhm.
telling those people who have cricket machines and who do all of this stuff,
Be ready.
I
get
was
ready,
like,
let's do
get
it.
ready because the
Mhm.
stuff that you're selling,
Yeah.
we want you to legitimize it because we teach entrepreneur classes as well.
I love that.
We want you to legitimize your
I love
business.
some entrepreneur.
And we do that through my boy Stevens. We want you to legitimize your business.
Mhm.
We want you out there selling your stuff, capitalizing off of this tourism, just like everybody else.
They-
So if everybody else is capitalizing off of tourism, why can't the hood capitalize off
And
of
we
tourism?
have the best story,
Right.
really, out of everybody.
Can't
Absolutely.
lie.
Absolutely.
And they flying here, they're
Yeah.
getting bust here, they coming in on ships just to pull
Yeah.
up to Montgomery,
Man,
Alabama because
listen,
what
and
they
I promise
told
you
the
he
talk
ain't
show.
lying. I
Real
promise
talk.
you. he
Do you
ain't
know
lying.
they still had no one stayed in the Rosa Parks apartment in Cleveland Court, and they have a whole tour that goes out
That
there.
for sure. That hard.
Huh.
And you see what they doing
They do.
downtown.
Dead serious. I watched them because
In Rosenberg,
in
West Side,
Parks,
man.
yes, Parks,
Where, man?
yes.
Come on,
they
man.
nobody ever.
Nobody
They probably
else.
wrote
that
it
was,
off
that was
tight,
cool.
yeah.
I never thought of.
That's dope, though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that dope.
That's cool.
I mean, you got to think
I
about
watched
it.
them
This
people
story
tour
helped
go past
change.
her spot.
Bro, they what us
Look.
gunk niggas forget.
Yeah,
We're living in one of the most
historic.
black historical
Can't lie.
motions that
Emos.
ever.
And that's why they.
And we don't give
don't
a damn
get it? You
right
don't
here.
get it?
Most of us
What
don't.
you
Right,
mean they not
right.
looking at
We don't
Montgomery?
show
They
it
been
no
looking at Montgomery.
attention
My
But the
man,
local-
as locals.
But people who come from out of town,
Oh, they glorify
get
it.
it.
Yeah,
I
they get
put
it.
this on Facebook every time I get a chance. I'm gonna some kind of way try before I die to make these niggas come down here and sign autographs.
They already been doing it.
Autograph.
That's your mission. That's your purpose.
That's my
make it happen.
mission. That's my goal. I swear to God. That's why this shit started.
Yeah,
bro.
that was up.
I
And you can,
can't lie.
and
I
just
want
through
it
this
so
medium
bad,
alone,
man.
bro, you can make it happen, bro.
I want
Where's
it
the
bad.
smoke coming from? What is that?
I don't know. You
Keep
chimned
talking,
that
Black. I'm just trying to figure out what's
That-
what's smoking like that. Golly.
Yeah.
That
What's
goddamn-
going on over there?
You both gas on
All
fire
right.
with.
Man, that thing was blazing.
All right.
But yeah,
Chimney.
man, that's the goal, man. Shit, and then what all we do as collective, like not even us in this room, is many more people
For sure.
that could come together and just blow this bitch out of proportion.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus, like people be, they are just like you said. I witness it every day because I be downtown. You feel me? I see this shit. What y'all talking, I really see it every day.
Yeah.
That tourists,
Oh, it has-
Australians, Africans.
Yeah,
I see this shit
From all over the world
Yeah,
come
out
to,
here,
man.
every day.
I lie
I-
to
I-
you not. On my break, I got an hour break. I go to the mall. Don't I?
Yep. You pull it to the shop.
So
Yeah.
when I be like, Z, I be right back. I'm finna go
You
go do my
a lot
thing.
in that
Look,
hour.
man, look,
my
he hit-
hour don't be that long.
Bro,
Bruh.
he hit the mall and network. He the bro.
Bruh.
He hit the mall. He'll make 5 trips around the mall in 20 minutes.
Bro, check
Real
this out. I met a Nigerian. I said, hey man. I ain't know he was Nigerian at first. I just looked at it. Hey man,
Oh,
you
they
play,
be in that
you,
mall.
you play football or something though, nigga. You big, nigga. Like, he's like, yeah, I play football, and I heard him. Man, where the fuck you from? Oh, I'm from Nigeria. Oh, okay. But
'Cause you
keep
look
doing your
like you
thing,
from
my boy. And then he had
Nigeria.
his child with him.
You look like you from Nigeria.
Shut
so
the
he
fuck up.
thought you was
He
my
said,
brother.
"Shut the fuck up."
My brother. Oh, I love you.
I love you, my brother. Long lost.
Hey,
Then I met some.
truth
I,
be told, all of us.
But
be
everybody in
like-
that mall,
Yeah.
bro, they sleep on that mall.
I met
all of
two
us be
niggas.
like, we from West
Not
Africa,
niggas.
but
that's
I met two young men from South
Yeah.
Carolina that played
I know
basketball.
it's in
They was
me,
down
for
here
real.
visiting. Yeah, man. They
I
was
know
tall,
it's
boy. I
in
said,
me.
goddamn, boy, you
For
tall,
sure.
boy.
I know it's it. Nah, everybody in that mall though, man.
This shit be
Yeah, yeah.
weird,
Before
bro.
I opened their business in the mall,
There's
Travis
a
was
lot of
telling
people
me.
coming
And
to that
shout out
mall.
to Travis, man. He doing big major thing, man.
Big
I'm
shout
proud
out to Trevor, man. He got a big party tomorrow.
of him. He got a big party tomorrow. Travis
Go,
doing a big.
level 2, come to. Y'all know
On the
about
west
Rich
side.
Life.
So
I'm gonna
you
have
know
all
that
my
level
Rich
two
Life
mall?
shit on.
It's
I ain't
Travis
gonna
Park.
lie.
Who
It's
is
Travis
that?
Park.
Travis.
He's the
he
owner
owns
of
Rich Life
Rich Life.
clothing store.
And Rich
so
Life
He the one who
Barbershop.
got me in the mall. I got his old building.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's my
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, he
That's
put
my
me- he
dog.
put me
It's
straight in
it's
for
for
my
his
straight
birthday.
plug.
He got an
Got
all
straight
black
in.
party at
That my
Level 2
dog,
tomorrow.
man. That
Yeah,
my
I'm
dog.
going.
Yeah,
I-
level
That's
two
the
tomorrow
bad
night.
I
move
call
out
you.
too.
Yeah, and I don't party. I don't go to nobody.
I don't, me neither, but.
But this my
what time?
my
Yeah,
brother.
we coming.
man.
We
Like,
coming to
you know
show
what I mean?
love.
He showed me so much
Yeah.
love.
I'm
I
gonna
go
call
by
it.
about 8, 9 type. Yeah,
There you go,
yeah.
right there.
All black and
Call
fat.
it.
But
All black
and he doing good business too, man. You know
Real
what I'm
good
saying?
business.
And
I just did a promotion. That's who I went live for earlier. In his shop.
yeah, shout out Rich Light, man.
That's
He
my
always
dog.
shout me out, man.
That
Shout
is
out
my
Rich Light.
dog, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm advocating. I'm advocating good business and mindset. Because it take a mindset to end up doing good business. You know what I'm saying?
Take discipline too.
But I'm here to teach all that.
Yeah. These niggas gotta know it take discipline.
Man, you want what discipline gonna bring you.
It
I
takes
promise you.
sacrifice.
I promise you, you gonna want what discipline reflects in your bank account.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna want to
We
be
gonna
disciplined.
have-
You gonna be like, you know what? Oh, I'm disciplined.
I ain't lying.
No, real talk.
Yeah,
Malcolm X
yeah.
said, a disciplined man is a what? Dangerous man. Shawty.
Man, look.
I'm trying to tell
I
you.
just I could have did
You gotta get that
anything
thing
in
on
the
the
world.
Hold on, say that again.
You gotta get that thing
No,
on
real
there.
talk.
Alright.
A
That one right
disciplined
there?
man is a dangerous
With Malcolm
man.
X name. You gotta get
Verbatim,
that-
Malcolm X.
You
man.
gotta get, cause
He
you
taught
know
you
I
that?
still want to tattoo with
Bro,
the
when I
gun
became
in the-
disciplined, people be asking me, how the fuck you be doing everything you be doing? Like, how can I be a top dog, daddy, husband, artist,
Right.
being the owner, coach? Man, I gotta coach a game
I
tomorrow.
gotta do everything.
I do everything. How?
He can relate.
How?
He
Everything.
can
This-
relate.
everything.
Discipline. you disciplined don't even know you
Everything.
don't even peep it.
I
You know.
keep it now.
You see now.
It took.
So
took
now
a
that you
lot of-
peep it, if you really lean into it,
Yeah.
man, you out of here.
Man,
Man.
listen, I could have did anything in the world. I took $2,500 and fixed my credit, paid all my debts off. So that's why I needed to talk to you about.
And get what? I fixed my
I got-
credit myself. Didn't pay nobody, didn't know nothing about credit, went to YouTube University,
Right.
and that's why I'm whipping brand new outside now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Took my credit from like a low five to they were calling me by my last name at the dealership.
Okay.
I went to the
Mr.
dealership.
Mr.
Went to Dodge. They were like, Mr. Boswell. Yeah, but
Want
that's,
anything to drink or?
that's the power of discipline. That's the power of knowledge.
Right.
And I'm talking about I did that less than 12 months. Didn't know nothing. From when all I need to know is I made the decision to do it, Shawty. I made the decision to do it. You made a decision to do it.
Right, I had
bro.
to.
Mo nigga gonna get 2,500 and do what?
Ooh.
Oh, boy, fuck. Now I'm finna hit
Look,
though.
look, you know what they're gonna do? They
Yo,
gonna,
Big
Zaw.
they
Big,
look.
Big Zaw with the
Look,
2,500.
Either that, the young boys are gonna put it on their arms so
That's
you can
stupid.
see.
Oh
it.
yeah.
That's
They
stupid.
gonna put it on their
First of
arms.
all, I know this. 2,500 ain't no money. I'm slick
At
mad if
all,
I ain't
at
made
all,
that in
no,
a
No,
week.
it's not. It's
That
not.
ain't-
And 2 weeks went by and I ain't made that. I done did something wrong.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. So that ain't no money to even be flexing or playing.
Man,
2,500. Oh, you probably be laughing at that.
That's why I ain't.
You dig what I'm saying?
Look, I'm not going to a bank until shit. I don't even want it. I walk out that bitch.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? That ain't
50,
no money.
60, 70, I don't want it.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't.
No, we gotta be talking 6
lose.
figures a plus.
Right.
And that's still okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm supposed to be at the lowest bringing in 300,000 a year. I'm tripping if I ain't doing that, and that's my goal. Like I still feel less than because I ain't doing that.
Look, he spent knowledge on that.
No, that real talk.
Better get your pen.
No, that real talk. That's me. That's how I motivate myself. I ain't hit the 300,000.
Right.
I'm sleep.
I ain't going that way.
Blow up in that thing, man.
I ain't hit this juju.
I
He
ain't-
put this ain't a shot. I bought that for the little juju.
What you think about?
Come on, this a look at that. Like, what is that?
Nigga ain't drank no goddamn Kool-Aid.
Nah, but
My
real
bad.
shit, like, and that my new motion, bro. And if you listen to the album Zillion, go get it. Shout out. I'm kicking that shit on Zillion. But
So what platforms? How can we hear it?
every Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, Spotify, name what
So
you
you
listen
say
to?
I listen to
Zillion.
everything.
How you spell it?
ZILLION.
We're gonna play that crunk, man. What's
Nah,
the
man.
one you went live
Is this you?
on?
What you mean?
That ain't you.
When we went
Oh,
live.
that's Zillion there,
last night.
though. Zillion name of the album. Put in Z
Oh,
the alien.
I
The
put
one
it
we
in.
played about 2 times.
Okay.
2-3
No,
times.
No.
Okay, I got
So
you.
just put in Z the Alien?
Yep.
Okay, my bad.
Z space THE alien.
That was
I'm kicking a lot of. That's why the name ain't name. That's why the name of the
I
album
want
is
to play
Zillion.
this
Shawty.
one though, cause I waiting for him to come on the show.
But look, the name of the album is Zillion because I'm on
Oh,
some.
yeah,
though.
I got it now.
I'm on some. There you go. I'm on some infinite. Like fuck a million, fuck a billion, fuck a trillion.
Yeah.
So
for
get it
sure.
infinite.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
I'm going in that motherfucker suit down. You do my eyebrow.
That nigga said he gonna hit these hoes when he walk in.
I get the eyebrow, and I want to talk to I want to talk to your boss because
For sure.
Yeah, because I'm serious about it.
No, for sure.
I got my life goal plan.
For sure.
You know, my business plan
No, for sure.
mapped out. we need 6 figures.
No, for sure. And there you go.
I go to what's another?
You ready for them?
Oh, shit, go to all of them.
You ready for them? You remember I told you? You remember that?
Fuck it, Black. Go to all
You
of
remember
them.
when you first dropped the shit, and I was listening to the shit, and I said, man, this is my favorite one, and it's gonna be always my favorite one because you got 2 of my favorite niggas on here.
Is it Back Outside?
You know what time it is, man.
Okay.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah, Back Outside too.
And he got on my ass too. He said, "Say it." So that's why you ain't been on the. You ain't got me to the show yet. First of all,
He
sir,
said that too.
you know he said
That's my nigga,
it.
man.
He gotta come to the show though.
And I produce it. See, people forget that I make beats too. Don't forget that fact. I'm a hell of a producer. Man, I love making beats. I just gonna make a beat just for the fun of it, bro. I love being a producer. Bro, I was an MPC man for years. I used to love the MPC. Marty. I don't know you know little Marty.
I told you about Marty.
Marty, my dog, little
Marty
brother.
won't not let me.
He
get
my
an
brother
interview
best
with
friend.
him one
My bad. He put me on Fruity Loops.
day. He would
So
not
I know how
let
to
me.
make the Fruity Loops sound just like MPC. So I did the whole album on Fruity Loops. I've been on Fruity Loops since like 2019.
I learned Fruity Loops first.
Okay. The MPC. I learned MPC from KO. You know, I was under KO for years. He the one turned me to a producer. So. Yeah.
Who all on this?
You'll find out.
On this song or the album?
Just listen.
Who all on this song?
Just listen. Just listen.
I know. The people want to know.
Twist. Paul Marzette. He used to be with Black Clown. We was in the group together. He was in Colosso.
Like, we might need to shift, man. Like, we might need to shift to having this over there so you don't have to get up, man.
I'm alright. We authentic. We had a barbecue.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
When you had a cookout,
I like that.
you know what I'm saying? You got your uncle, you got the cousins over there.
That's you, man. Like this stuff, this like, you be on the radio.
The
Like,
highway
My
man.
dog.
You know how to do it. No, I make real
That's who I got a whole picture with.
Play like
It's a fun fact about me and Twitch. We got a whole picture together with 50 Cent.
I think I saw that picture. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, my art, my music just like the art. Anything I do is, I
I love you, man.
love you too, bro. Cause guess what? We gonna do some major shit together, bro. We gonna do some major shit
I'm just
together.
glad to be here, bro.
You know what I mean? Nah, we
Yeah,
gonna do
my
some major
face,
shit.
man.
You don't know how to turn on.
I ain't right. Hey, look.
And I love doing cool ass music, you feel? I'm an old nigga. I ain't finna do too much right now. Huh? 40. 40. I turned 40. I'll be 41 this year. In August. I know I don't look like a lot of people think I'm goddamn fatty.
One of my favorite ones. He came in with the intro.
Something to say.
You call yourself King Canvas. I call myself the ruler.
It came about because of other people's
These
actions.
are speeches.
I'm the message right here.
I did not become
Get it?
king out of ambition, but once again, I had no choice. As a result of other people's actions. Nonetheless, I am king.
I am king, nigga. What did king do?
Yeah.
What did king do?
You rules.
He rules.
Yes.
You're right. You rules.
And as a ruler, I
Long live fame.
I got the last say.
not you. Not you. Not you.
No, for sure. I got you. It's different. No, I got you.
Because I ran out last year. You don't have one. That's what I'm saying.
And see, I got to have it, not all the time, but when I do my
I
look,
usually run out, but I ran out.
and you see what it is. Diamond clear vodka, a car flying saucer. Yeah, it's time to boss up. I'm finally caught up. Down and every time we
Turn it up.
My diamonds overcrowded, me some trapping with me.
Black. Burnt bologna. There you go.
Snowed in, we free.
That's it, my guy. That's it. I want the yard and the mansion.
You know something.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. Pull up in the whip, give you nigga lashes. Sound Squad. And it's so crazy because I am Sound Squad. I came up with a generic name just to.
You got some more questions, Black?
Oh yeah, man.
You got a lot of what you got there? Man?
I ain't got no more. I got a couple more.
He said he ain't got no more, but then he said he got a couple more.
You heard it.
Man, what you
I
doing?
gotta ask you about this bologna, man. How you eating your bologna?
So you know what? I hadn't eaten bologna in a while, but when I eat it, it's like I put it in the skillet.
Right.
I take
What color the skillet is?
The skillet is usually black.
Okay.
The black skillet, like the black cast iron skillet.
It's a
Yeah,
old
I guess so.
rusty.
Because your mama and your grandmama gotta have the skillet.
It been through the family.
Yeah.
It been through the family, so it
So
got
it's a
all the
rusty.
nutrients in it.
He said, "Get
It's a little rusty. It's a little
Yeah,
rusty.
sure.
This skillet, you don't need
That's
to
what
put no
he's
soap
saying.
on this skillet because
Yeah.
you want to keep the
You better
nutrients.
not
Yeah,
put no
you don't
No
wash it.
soap.
You don't heavily wash it.
No, you only
You
have
just
to-
rinse it out.
Exactly, you just rinse it out. You just get the residue off
Black.
of it.
You
Black.
just-
Black. You just
Stop
get the
turning
residue out.
brown with the water.
Right.
It's okay.
Man,
That's
they
it.
tripping about this
That's
bologna,
it.
man.
But you take the you take the red ring off of it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Take
I
the little
like
knife
it. I love
and
it.
you slit it because you want it to lay flat because you want the middle
Man,
to be burnt.
chemist.
Yeah.
Just like the outside.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes.
huh? So, no.
Oh, you like the bubble?
Yeah, no, but it's gonna be some bubble though.
It's still gonna be some bubble.
It's gonna be
You
some
right.
bubble. But if you don't cut it, it's gonna be more bubble. I want less bubble.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna flip that thing over. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so after I do that, I'm gonna put it on the doggone white bread.
Okay.
White bread.
For sure. What
And
you eat?
some-
Wheat?
Honey.
Yeah, we.
Oh, you eating
What you got?
honey? New school
Whatever.
though. We ain't had honey on.
We ain't had honey back in the 90s.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Who had honey in the 90s? Who had honey in the
Hold on.
90s?
You privileged.
Honey, wheat. The same
I'm asleep.
brand. That
Oh,
brand been
listen.
around.
Oh, talking about the
Listen.
brand,
Bobby,
Yeah.
listen, I'm
not
telling
the
you,
actual honey bread,
Bobby
but
Jean-
the honey brand.
Bobby Jean
I know what you're
Craig,
talking about.
Honey
Okay.
wheat oat.
Bobby Jean Craig
I know
ain't
you're
had
talking
no honey bread in the house. We
No.
had
Nah,
white
we
bread.
definitely
Yeah,
did
white
that,
bread.
but you right. That's
You know what I'm saying? And so
But
when I threw that burnt bologna, because it has to be burnt.
No, for sure.
When you burn that bologna, you put it on the bread.
Uh-huh.
And me,
Catch it.
I like my bread toasted, so I throw that thing back in the dog.
Oh, he is.
I thought no, but before I
I
do
ain't
that,
never heard of that.
No. But before you do that,
what'd you do?
Oh,
you
I
gotta
wanna
put
know.
some. You gotta put some of
butter?
that Pam on it or butter on
Okay.
it.
Oh, you fancy.
Really,
Yeah,
butter.
he got
Because we
that.
ain't
That
had
bologna went
Pam.
up to $8.
Yeah, he.
Look, we put that butter on it, and we drop it in that skillet,
Yeah.
and we take that spatula, and then we turn that thing
That's
over.
tough.
Oh,
Okay.
and then you got the
Look,
bell cheese.
and
in
guess
it, don't
what?
you?
That's
Got the
tough.
bell
Look, we
cheese
put
in
the
it.
we put the cheese on it, but then we put it on that plate. You know what we do?
What?
We cut that thing diagonally.
He tough.
Yeah,
They
they
tough in
tough.
their household.
Yeah.
We wasn't that tough. We wasn't doing that, kid. Hey, he said, so he refried that motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't do that. That's enough. I ain't think of
What
that.
y'all did, man?
We just ate it up.
No, y'all don't do all
Yo,
that.
man, hot sauce and ketchup, man. We just
sauce
eat
with the
it.
bread.
I done cooked bologna
I'm trying to
in
get
the
back
microwave
outside.
before trying to burn it.
Hey, in the microwave. By the time I got to that level, I was.
Microwave.
Yeah, see, by the time I started microwaving, I was.
No, you were lazy. If
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you lazy if you microwaving. You can't be nuking your bologna now.
Yeah,
I
man.
fucked up bad.
I had stopped eating by the time the microwave kicked in strong.
But
I
get
was
what
like,
my,
I'm
my
cool.
stomach was excited.
It was.
Ecstatic. Hey, look.
This man is so crazy.
That nigga said his stomach was.
The only way I lay my bologna flat if I want to on it. Look,
If you what?
Oh, so you a bubble? You the bubble?
I'm a bubble king.
Nope.
I like the bubbles in the pork chop.
He like
That
bubble.
was in the pork chop.
Yeah, man. You know, like.
What you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You
yeah.
know what I
I know what
mean,
you're talking
when
about.
you-
He's talking about the thin ones.
Oh.
No.
You gotta be talking about. How you gonna have butter?
Okay, the
With-
silicone they do
with-
this. Yeah, okay.
Okay, you got the accent season mixed with the Larry season and the lemon pepper. All that like a bomb.